Are douchebags and psychos everywhere? Or are we creating them? We'll find out tonight.
If you do laundry, it will the family. If you do laundry. If you do laundry, it will the family. If you do laundry.
Hi, welcome to Air Your Dirty Laundry. Woo! I'm Belinda Love, your host and love expert. This is the show where we have real guests talking about controversial topics relating to love, dating and intimacy, and we put them to the experts to get some real advice. Let's meet them. Mark Rosenfeld from Make Him Yours, our relationship expert. We have Maddison Missina, our sexologist. And of course, the controversial Stevie Mac, our roving reporter. Okay, so tonight's topic is douchebags. Are we sick of hit it and quit it? We're going to do luck of the laundry to pick our guest. Is there anybody in the audience tonight dealing with douchebags and would like some advice? Yes. Stevie, can you please collect the clothes? You always forget, don't you? Stick your clothes in there. Thanks, guys. Anyone else? All right. So Stevie's going to put the clothes in the dryer. It's going to spin around a bit, and we're going to pick our guest for this evening. Oh, what's going on here?
Why would you worry about douchebags?
When we've got one on set. All right. Oh, Sam.
Oh. Do we have a ho 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 in the audience?
Who owns this?
Come on down.
Come up to the stage. Yeah.
You're yours.
Give that this for Wonderful, thank you. Have a seat.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
It's good. I'm Belinda.
I'm Annie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Should I
Hi.
give you a hug? I feel like I should hug you.
Okay, why not?
All right. Okay. So, thank you for being our guest this evening.
My pleasure.
You're currently dealing with douchebags.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So what I'm going to do is we're going to air your dirty laundry right now.
Okay.
So we can hear what you're dealing with.
All right.
And then we'll go through and talk to the experts and we'll get some advice.
Sounds good.
So
Thank you.
what's happening with you at the moment?
Okay, so basically, I've been seeing a guy, and it's not a relationship as such, but like because he doesn't want to put labels on things.
Okay.
But he's been a bit telling a few porky pies, For example, like his phone rang. And he went outside to take the call and then came back in as though like there was no call. And I'm sort of sitting there going, oh, who was that? And he answered, he said, oh, that was my sister.
Yes.
And I didn't quite believe him. And there's been a
Okay.
few circumstances where he's been chatting to a lot of, he seems to have a lot of sisters, yeah. And
Soul sisters, maybe.
Soul sisters, yeah.
Yeah.
Just basically not being completely honest with me, I think.
Okay.
And I think I'd be more happy even just knowing what the deal was. He's sort of said to people that, oh, I'm a bit of a psycho, right?
Okay.
Which I don't think that
You are?
Yeah,
Or he's- Oh.
He's telling them, oh, she's a bit of a psycho, right?
Okay, what does psycho mean to him?
Well,
What does
I
it
mean,
say?
I don't think he's got it exactly right, because if I was an actual, like, clinically a psychopath, then I wouldn't care about anything and I would never go crazy, right? So technically, I couldn't,
yeah.
he thinks psycho, like I'll get super jealous and things like that. But what ends up happening is I find out that he's telling people to go psycho and I'm like, what? What are you doing? And I go crazy.
So it triggers you and then makes
So
you
it's like a
psycho.
self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's prompting you to act in a way that appears to be crazy. or
Yeah, I
psycho.
think so. Yeah, it makes
Okay.
me crazy. Yeah.
Okay. So do you guys have any questions that you want to ask? Because I'm going to keep
What's
probing.
the result you're going for? What's the best way if you could walk away from today with an awesome answer to a question? What would
Okay.
that question be?
Well, I mean, I feel like I know what I should do. Like, technically I should walk away from the situation, but he's really handsome and, I really like him. Maybe some help in what I should do, some advice that I can actually utilise. Because if you say, oh, walk away, I feel like, yes, I know I should have done that, but maybe help me out to try and maybe put that into practice a bit better.
So can I ask you, when he calls you psycho and says these
He doesn't
things-
call it to me. He calls it to his
okay.
his sisters and whatnot.
Okay, so how does it make you feel? So like,
Psycho, like I want to go psycho.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you act when...
I throw shit, you know,
do?
like,
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm pretty calm normally, but then, you know, when I find out, see, okay, I looked on his computer and he referred to me as psycho mofo, right?
Yeah, okay.
And I believe that's short for something, you know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yes.
and when I heard that, I was like, and I was pissed off. I mean, I was annoyed, and so I threw my shoe at the wall, which is a crazy thing to do. I don't want to be throwing shoes at the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because they're expensive.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not that good at plastering. I'm getting better. It's happening more often, but like, yeah.
Has this played out in your life prior to this relationship?
I'm just trying to think. Yeah, not with the lying so much. Oh, yeah,
The scenario, I guess, like attracting douchebags that are lying,
I do.
like
I
not
attract.
treating you
I've
right.
got like I attract lots of different kinds of douchebags. Actually.
Yeah, let's hear that.
I like ones that sort of put me down. Like
Met Stevie.
Was he seems pretty nice. How are you? Yeah, very. Hang on. Yeah, I've met guys that might be intimidated or something like that, and they put me down. Like one guy that previously in the past that I was staying with, I used to try and record a song. I said, you hear me saying, I'm just about to record something. Could you please be quiet?
Yeah.
And then you hear him clearing this massive bit of phlegm out of his throat. And it's like, that's not being quiet. That's not nice.
So
Yeah.
you said you had a song.
On Tinder, the guys all seem to ignore me because I'm very pretty, but I photograph poorly. Plus, I'm as creepy as Aleister Crowley. And could you tell me if this rag smells like chloroform for me? I got 100 problems and the dudes are 99, but it's not the dude's fault. The dudes are mighty fine if I make a suggestion, and I hope I'm not crossing the line. If you give me all of your dudes, and I'll give you all of mine. And it's like if I took my coffee, like I take my dudes, it'd be a little bit bitter and extremely rude, and it would call me up when it was in the mood, and it would shoot me down and give me attitude. But if I took my coffee like I take my crushes, it'd be rich, full-bodied, extremely luscious spoon. I ask for good coffee, the guy rushes, and I end up with shitty coffee, and it makes me nauseous.
Okay. So, yeah. Well.
Unlike
Sister? Oh, I don't mean it like that.
that was harsh.
Okay, so I've got some ideas based on what you're sharing with us.
Okay.
But what we're going to do now is we're going to put you through the wash cycle, if that's all right.
Sure.
So what that means is I'm now going to hand it over to the experts and we're going to dive a little bit deeper.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Awesome.
Over to you, Mark.
I think your intuition knows what's up.
Yes, okay.
You knew it. In your
Yeah.
body, you felt it, right? You felt that he was lying. You know it's not his sister or it's some other lie. So
Yeah.
you know what's up. And then you either have the conversation or you try to get him to tell the truth and he sort of half complies or makes up a lie. But he doesn't really fix the situation when you talk about it. And I work with a lot of women who get stuck in words over and over again. They get stuck in words. It's words, it's words, it's words. The words don't do anything. It's more words, more words. Standards happen and people behave the way you want them to when they believe actions will be behind your words. And the more you've gotten to know someone, you know, if you're married to someone, the more you go into words, the more you go into counselling, the more you go into discussing problems because that person's invested so much. But the less you've known someone, yes, you still use words, but then you get to your actions. And if you don't back it up with your actions, people stop believing your words.
Right.
Because he's like, I got the girlfriend experience, like she's cool, she wants me.
Girlfriend
She's
experience
just,
sounds very
she's
cheapening.
just all there.
Yeah.
It's like he's got your love,
right.
he's got your emotions, you know, he gets, I'm sure, some great sex, he gets all the cool stuff, and then he doesn't really have to like pay homage to your words because he
That's
knows
right.
that you won't back them up.
Yeah.
So I have a little language switch
Okay.
that helps women, helps my clients. What I hear a lot is, he's great, or sorry, the other way around, he does all these things that aren't good, but I love him. And it's that little word in the middle, that little but, I just have him switch it to even though. He's doing all this terrible stuff, so I have to take action even though I love him. Or
Okay.
even though he's so attractive. So if you can get your words to become actions and he believes that, he will either behave and give you the relationship you want, or you will vibe in the guy that does.
So what action should I be wanting to do if I say stop lying to me and
Okay.
he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
What action should I put in there for my words there.
Nice. So next time you find your intuition and you're like, I know you're bullshitting me. I know you're BSing me. And what's going on? If he lies again, you're like, all right, I'm going to leave you to go think about this. I'm going to take some space from you. And then if you want to tell me the truth, you can come to me.
Okay.
You walk out, your actions back it up. In 3 days, you get a phone call. Oh, can we talk about stuff? And then he's starting to want to jump through your hoops.
Okay.
The other thing is a lot of women go straight into exclusivity and straight into assuming that, you know, he's only dating me. And,
Oh, no. It was just, it wasn't like that actually. And I wouldn't even be so upset if it was more upfront, because then, because I've asked him, you know, is it just you and me or not?
Yeah,
It's
cool.
more like he said, oh, no, it's only you and me, babe, but it's not.
So he's told you that you guys are just seeing each other?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Then you've got to trust your intuition and act on it. Be willing to give him space. When you know he's lying, just trust that and be like, all right, when you're willing to tell the truth, you come to me. In the meantime, I'm going to think about if this is right for me.
Okay, thank you.
But even though
Okay.
he's attractive, even though
True. Okay.
And can I say something on that?
Sure.
There's got to be more substance to just him being handsome.
No, but he's also very nice and you know, I do enjoy his company, even though he's a douchebag.
What stood out to me as you're telling the story, you're quite animated about it, and it looks like you're having fun. So I'm wondering, have you thought about what it is that you're getting out of this relationship? You're putting up with behaviour that you're not in yourself accepting.
Yes.
Why is it that you keep going back?
I was hoping you would tell me that. I don't know. You're right. I don't know why. It's almost like it's if I don't keep going back, I'll be missing out on something. So I won't be able to get that interaction that I enjoy with him. If I don't put up with that behaviour, I will stop getting that interaction that I enjoy so much.
Exactly. So what is it that you're seeking from him?
I want...
You're thinking here.
Yeah?
I really want you to connect more into your heart
Okay.
center and just talk through the feelings rather than the thoughts.
Yeah, all right. I want him to show me respect. You know, to be
What
honest.
is he doing now currently?
What is he doing?
That you
He's not respecting me.
Yeah.
He's not listening to
Okay.
me.
So holding that, if he's not showing you respect, how are you going to get that from him? By letting him continue to not show you respect.
I won't.
Bingo.
Okay.
So what do we need to change here?
I don't know. So if I keep letting him continue, he won't change his behaviour.
Yes,
Okay.
and he's not here. We can't change his behaviour. We can never change the behaviour of someone else.
That's right.
Right. So that leaves us with only you to work with.
Okay.
Okay, so we move back into you. We need to talk to you about how it is that you can seek respect out of other people
And how can I?
by respecting yourself.
Okay.
Okay, so start taking these things seriously and draw the line. You know, even though I do like this guy, even though I'm wanting this to continue, maybe it's not going to. I need respect first. Number one in all of your interactions, whether they're casual, whether they're fun, whether they're these passionate, dramatic relationships that, you know, we do get highlight and experiences out of. Respect is always number one. Without respect, you walk straight on down the line into a toxic relationship.
That's so true. Very true.
And it starts within. So you have to first love yourself and respect yourself and know your values and what you deserve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to make me cry. That's nice. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. It's very true.
Yeah,
You're right.
and you deserve it, and you don't have to put up with bad behaviour
You're right.
to get the love that you want. And you're not going to get the love that you want whilst you're doing that. It's a vicious circle and it's never going to get you anywhere. Sometimes we need to cut off from that
Yeah.
and take that pain in the short run so that we get the ultimate goal. Because ultimately, you don't want to be with this guy. You want to be with your right partner.
Yeah,
You want
yeah.
what you want.
Yeah.
Yes, and maybe this guy is just not the one for you.
Maybe you're right. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. So I just want to prepare you because we're now going to go through the spin cycle.
Okay.
The spin cycle is Stevie. Stevie is
Wow.
going to share his thoughts and opinions, and he's very brutal. So,
Oh
Yeah.
no. Do we have to do this?
Well, look, you know,
let's go.
women all want to be the prize horse of the cult leader. Okay, so you're matching up against his sisters. You haven't probably thought about how he's playing the sisters on you, because they're just as bad. I'm not saying you're bad, but they need you to want him.
Okay.
Discuss.
Elaborate.
Well, are you saying that me and
Drop that and then.
do you know how I took that? No, I get it.
Start again.
All right, when he's on the phone to his sister, he's saying, "Oh, bitch, I got this other crazy bitch at home. She's messing up my flow. She's not making me feel good. I'm so glad you talked to me because, I can't wait to see you and let out my emotions." So this other girl he's talking to on the phone, who's thinking that you're all this and that, she's now competing with you, saying, "Sweetheart, I want to be your prize horse because you're the cult leader who can have anyone because you're so handsome."
You
so
mean
can all
cult as in
this, you're
force
all
or
those
cult as in-
things.
He's
I
the cult
thought,
leader.
this is the thing. What you like about this guy is what they like about him is that he isn't exclusive and he is not yours. And you all got to fight over him.
So Stevie coming in here is actually showing how men sometimes like to play women off against each
He
other.
makes an excellent point.
Yeah, and
Brutally honest.
Yeah.
exactly right.
Yeah.
This is not like, and the only way to win at a toxic game where manipulation and competition and the other is coming in is to stop playing the game. You can't win against a master manipulator. Like, they're already strategizing from way back when. Just get out.
I feel like I should get together with the
if you
girls
want a
and
relationship.
go and rob his house or something like that.
But then you're feeding into that
Oh,
psycho. That
just
psycho
one
statement.
time, like-
don't give
No.
him what he's saying.
Yeah.
Prove him wrong through your actions.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if he's calling you psycho and you're acting psycho, and I hate using that word, but we're using his language,
Yeah.
then you're justifying what he's saying. When you act the opposite way, you're reinforcing that you're not actually. What are you talking? Like, I'm not psycho. So don't give him anything to work with.
Okay.
So by standing in your power, knowing your worth and what you deserve and your value, you're not feeding into that and amplifying it
Yeah.
and giving him reasons. You give him reasons to want you, not push you away. And I'm not saying because you want him,
Yeah.
but currently you're pushing him away by reenacting that psycho thought he has.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm not saying it's not unjustified in how you're feeling.
No.
It
But you've got to be
absolutely
bigger
is.
than that.
You-
I got to
yeah.
be bigger than that. I've got to be stronger than what the game is. Like,
What you
Yes.
need to realise, like, he's put you in the game as the character of the psycho.
Yes.
And by you reacting to what he's doing, rather than standing up for yourself and asserting a boundary and saying, I'm not cool with that, sort
Yeah.
your stuff out, and then maybe come back if you actually want something real.
Yeah.
You're playing the role of the psycho.
yeah. But how
So-
do you do it when you're really angry? Like, it's hard.
As humans, we want to get revenge, right? Someone
Right.
screwed us over and we're like, I want to slash their tires, right?
Absolutely.
But let's
now you're
say
feeling
you screw me over and I'm like, damn it, I want to slash her tires. Is that really the best revenge? Or is an even better revenge if I go, wow, you are never ever getting time in my life again. I'm going beyond you.
He does it, puppy
And I
dog.
turn
eyes.
my back on you.
doesn't he?
and walk, right? Like,
Yeah, that would get me worse.
that would get you even worse,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because I'm not even making time to give you attention to be bothered to slash your tires anymore.
Aw.
I'm going to the next thing
Yeah.
because I don't have time for that in my life.
Okay,
That's real revenge there, and you
You're
go
right.
way better doing it.
that's true. Yeah,
How are you feeling about everything?
I'm not feeling not like I want to slash his tires, but I'm it's not easy to do. I'm listening, and I do agree with you guys, all of you actually. But it's given me a lot to sort of rethink about. What I need to think about is myself valuing that if I do, walk away. I guess my fear is if I walk away, he'll be like, meh, doesn't matter. Don't care. You know what I mean? You know what you were saying about valuing myself more. Have to work on that a bit. Yeah.
So you deserve love, but on a deeper level, there's this self-loathing or a lack of self-worth.
Why do I have that?
Pardon?
Why is that there?
Okay, so that's come from probably a heartbreak years ago or some scenario or situation in your life that has
Okay.
given you this self-worth. I'll give you a real life example for me. So when my parents divorced, as a 6-year-old, I decided that I was unlovable and unworthy and men were unreliable. And that was an unconscious decision that I made about myself, which played out through my life.
Okay.
So every relationship I had affirmed for me I was unlovable and men are unreliable because they would tell me you're fat and ugly, nobody would want you.
Oh.
That's my belief. That was my subconscious belief about myself. So until I changed that subconscious belief, and it takes time, honey, and we can give you some tools around that, and I want to know that you are worthy and you deserve love, but we all humans do this. It's a survival mechanism that we apply into our life so we can protect ourselves. Okay, so we need to dive into what point in your life did you decide you are unworthy, and why are you attracting these men to prove you right? Okay.
Yeah.
So do you remember a time in your life what's the first instance in your life that was memorable for you that made you hurt, angry, sad?
There was a guy called Jeremy, and I had a crush on him, and I wrote him a really nice love letter, and I was in about year 2 or something like that.
Yep.
And he said I was a beast or something like that. Like he said, oh, she's a beast. I don't like her. She's ugly. Like, yeah, that was probably the first time I felt hurt, but I thought I was over that.
We do think we are over it. But see, the word beast is similar to psycho. Does that does that resonate?
Yeah.
So because he said you were a beast, you've assumed that you're a beast.
Oh.
And you're what did he say? You're ugly.
Ugly, yeah.
Do you see how beautiful you are?
Sometimes, I've got my moments, lighting and things like that. If it's, angles is different,
So we as humans look in the mirror every day and we have this inner critic in our minds telling us what's wrong about ourselves. We pick and pick and pick, and we don't look at the things that are actually beautiful or attractive and recognize that. We ignore the cheerleader and feed into this beast, psycho, this critic that's picking on us. So instead of listening to this critic in our minds, we need to change that mentality and flick the switch and start looking at what's beautiful and what we love about ourselves. Even what we see as imperfections, we need to make them perfections.
Yeah.
Did you guys have anything else you want to say before?
Start using your actions instead of your words.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once you know those actions will actually get you what the inaction you thought used to, as in I used to not do anything, I used to use words, and that seems to get me more time with him or with a great guy, great experiences. Really absorb that if I can take these actions, like if I can actually take the actions, if I can do the walk away thing for 3 days or whatever I say, I can implement that with actions. That's going to lead me to the love I want.
Okay.
And really deep down go, I can have great times if I take this action, and get excited to take those actions. And then once you do, you'll be saying, even though he's nice, even though he's so attractive, I must take these actions. And once you do that, your whole life, your romance, everything will shift.
Even though it's hard.
Even though it's hard.
It would be really hard.
Yeah.
Madison?
I would say, I know you're not done with this guy yet, and you're probably still going to go around this drama cycle with him for a bit, which is okay. Many of us do that, particularly in the early stages. We can't change a pattern until we're aware that we're in one and we're going through it. So first of all, it's okay to do that. Just this time after here, when you leave and you're going back having these interactions and doing the same old thing, start becoming aware of the part that you're playing in it and how he is using situations to get you to act differently and get you to react. So one thing I would like to see you do is to just start journaling how you're feeling whilst you're going through this, because that's going to be the key to your lessons on getting out of the pattern and creating all of these changes.
Okay, thank you. All right, that's good advice. Thank you.
Should we throw it to Stevie?
I don't know. No, I like him. I like the cut
go
of his
on.
jib, actually, to
His
be
jib?
honest.
Jib jab.
I don't have anything else to add. These guys have sorted you out, but keep rapping.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. I appreciate that.
Yeah, awesome.
It's helpful. I think there's a lot for me to do and to take on board, and I don't think it will be easy, but it's very motivating. It's been very motivating for me, so I appreciate it, and it's helpful.
Hopefully you can see what we see,
Thank you.
which is amazing, talented, beautiful woman who deserves the love that you are looking for.
Stop it. Thank you. Thank
That's all right.
you.
All right. Thank you for being
Awesome.
so raw.
Thank you.
So we've heard from all the experts. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Maddison. Thank you, Stevie. And thank you, Annie, for being here. Truly
you.
appreciate it. I'm going to present my unfolding thoughts from tonight's episode. We attract what we believe we deserve. If you're attracting a douchebag into your life, you need to take a step and actually assess why that potentially is. Instead of feeding into that situation, stop and create your own actions for how you're going to deal with it. Stop putting the ball in their court and take the ball back in your own court. See your value, know your worth, and stick to your standards. Don't chase a person that isn't giving you effort back into your relationship. You deserve love and you deserve to be treated how you want, and don't accept anything less. Thank you for tuning in tonight. This is Air Your Dirty Laundry. Thank you so much, Mark. Woo! Maddison and Stevie and Annie, you've been amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So what did you think about today's show?
I thought it was really good. I think it's brought up a lot of topics that I think resonate in a lot of different generations.
Which part did you like the best?
You taking your shirt off.